And today we're making a full meal. So we're going to be making some lentils, some minced meat and some chapatis. So let's see what we need. In this pot I've got 1.5 medium-sized onion, and also in this pot I have 1.5 medium-sized onion sliced. So this again is going to be this meal can be made under 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is pour in some oil, roughly about 3-4 tablespoons, and in this pot we need slightly more, so about half a cup of oil is needed. Lentils sometimes take more oil. We're going to fry the onions until slightly light brown. Here I have 1 pound of minced meat, and here I have soaked lentils overnight, which is called urad dal. Got tomatoes and green chilies. Here I have some garlic, and we're going to be putting about 8 garlic cloves in each of the curries. While the onions being cooked, I'm going to add the garlic in both of the pots so they can be cooked together. I'm just waiting for them to get slightly brown and soft. Here the onions are slightly brown, so I'm just going to add the minced meat. In this I'm going to add 5 small tomatoes. So they're only small, very small. So I'm just going to cut them in half and put them in. The mince doesn't take long to cook. I'm going to add 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon, one tablespoon of coriander powder, 1 tablespoon of red chili powder, and half a teaspoon of turmeric. And then just cook. So fry this for about 5 minutes. Until you see the minced meat has changed its colour. I'm also going to add 2 green chilies. 2 green chilies. You don't need to cut them, you can just put them whole. Add 1 cup of water. Put the heat on low. Let it cook. We'll come back to this. So I'm going to put the lid on and let it cook. Here the onions are doing well. Same here, I'm going to add the tomatoes. So I'm going to add the tomatoes. I'm just going to cut them in halves. We're going to add 5 tomatoes. Here we're going to make a masala before we add the lentils. Add 1 tablespoon of salt, 1 tablespoon of coriander powder, 1 tablespoon of red chili powder, and half a teaspoon of turmeric. So we're going to cook this until it becomes like a paste. Here I have 3 black cardamoms, a small cinnamon stick, and a few black peppers, corn. So I'm going to add these. I'm going to add half a cup of water. And put the heat on low and let it simmer for about 10 minutes. So I'm going to cover. So here I have 3 cups of whole wheat flour, and here I have 3 cups of water. So let's see how much we need to make the dough for the chapatis. Roughly it should be about 1.5 cups. But it also depends, every wheat flour is different, so just go by that. All we're making is a thick dough. You don't want it too soft or too hard. Just put a little at a time. If you're new to this, you can add a bit of a tablespoon of oil to make them soft, because when you're new sometimes, I don't know for what reason, but they go hard. So just keep putting water in little at a time. So this is nearly done. I'm just going to sprinkle some flour. So I want it slightly, I added a bit more water than I should have done. So you can just adjust it by adding more flour. Just a tablespoon. And make it into a nice smooth dough. So this is almost ready, but you just keep kneading the dough for 2 to 3 minutes, and this is how it should be. The dough is done, leave it to rest for at least half an hour. Let's check how mince meat is doing. Yes, we need to dry all the water. So I'm going to put the heat on high now and let it cook. I'm going to dry out all the water. For the dough, I only used about 1 cup of water, but like I said, go according to the wheat flour that you're using. Mince meat is doing well, so let's check the other side. Yeah, this looks fine as well. We're just waiting for it to soften the onions and the tomatoes. When you're cooking 2 curries together and you're waiting, that's when I usually do the dough, so it can have time to rest. But at the same time, it's easy to make, and this meal is cooked in less than 30 minutes if you cut everything beforehand and get all the preparation done. So mostly I do a few dishes at a time for my home. I'm going to just take the skin of the tomatoes out. Like so. too hard and they don't get cooked, so I don't like them. So the water has dried, but we're going to wait until we see the oil. I'm going to keep cooking. Our masala is doing well, so I'm just waiting for it to dry water a bit more. The masala is doing good, but we need to cook it for another 5 minutes, 5 to 6. Minced meat is almost ready. You know it's ready when you can see the oil. You can see the oil at the edges, but we want it in the middle as well and everywhere. So you can see there's more and more oil coming on top. We're still gonna keep cooking for another few minutes. It's almost done now, but I'm gonna cook a little bit more. So the minced meat is ready. I will finish off with fresh coriander. So this masala is almost ready. I'm gonna add the dal, which is lentils. As you can see, the oil has come to the top. The lentil I soaked last night with 1 cup. Mix really well. You need to add about 3 cups of water and let it cook on low heat for about 10 minutes. It'll cook. So I'm going to cover. While this has been done, I'm going to start making the chapatis. Also cut some coriander. So here I've got the tawa on, which is for chapati making. It's an Asian, like a pan thing. It's called tawa. So I'm going to put the heat on and then let's start making the chapatis. Tawa has to be really, really hot, and you can sprinkle some flour, and if it goes brown really fast, then you know it's hot. This was one side is done, and changed it over. And let it cook for a few minutes. So I'm going to just take it off and then cook it on gas a little bit. Can you see it puffing up on gas? That's how it should be. Turn it over and do the same. Take a tea towel and keep moving it with the tea towel. Almost done. So we're going to put the next one. And just keep repeating. I'll show you another one. So you just press a bit of dry flour and then just roll. If your flour is nice and soft, not too hard, not too, it'd be easier. Once you got that, then just do this, or you can just fully roll. And this one side is, it'll just change over. Let's check on our lentils, and they look almost done. Yes. So I'm just gonna check. Just press on one grain and you'll know this is fit. This is fully cooked now. But I'm gonna dry the water off a little bit because I want it dry now. This is the third one I'm making. So the lentils done, dal, this is urad dal, and I'm going to switch off and then I'll show you how I'm going to serve. Okay, so this is finished, and there's the mince. I'm just going to put some garam masala on this. And coriander. So put the green chilies on as well. And so this is how it is. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, bye everyone. Allah Hafiz.